Yeah, we, Sergeant Spencer Cannon, SPENCERCANNON, Utah County Sheriff's Office. We got a call about 11:15 this morning that there was a plane crash in the area of, what's this called now? Kive Road? Kive Road? Okay. It was a plane crash in the area of Kive Road above Slate Canyon, which is to the sort of the south end of Provo up on the east side. And then it goes up onto Kive Road, which used to be known as Squaw Peak Road. Small airplane, 3 occupants that we know. 2 of those occupants died apparently on impact. 1 survived. That person, we don't know the exact condition, but what we do know is that this person was out walking around prior to anybody getting on scene. Provo Fire and Rescue arrived on scene first and were able to learn that 2 people had died and then provide treatment for the other victim. It's a difficult area to access. It's steep coming down from Kive Road. It is lots of trees and everything. We had Life Flight in the area. They were able to get their hoist there and get the survivor hoisted out and flown to Utah Valley Hospital by Life Flight. So that's kind of where we are right now. We do have the medical examiner that's en route or on scene up there, Provo Fire and Rescue, Utah County Sheriff Search and Rescue, and our detectives are up there as well. There's a lot more information that we don't know probably right now than we do, but the other thing I was going to tell you, I don't know how the call came in exactly. I will tell you speculation, so if you report this yet, I'll never talk to you again. I think it might have been the Air Force that called it in, maybe an ELT. They have the satellites that make passes, and when they get a signal that hits, then when it makes a second pass and it hits in the same place, then they call the local agency. Now, do you know anything more specific than that? Okay, and the reason I'm guessing maybe the Air Force is because the name that they had in there was a captain somebody, and that's when it's an ELT hit, that's typically how they come in as a rank person, whatever the Air Force ranks are. But anyway, I don't know that yet. I'll try to find out exactly how that happens, but we did have a pretty good location by GPS of where this was, but it took a while, probably a good 45 minutes or an hour to get people there. From where we're standing right here, it's 11 more miles up this road. Kive Road, where it starts down on 189 and where it comes out over in Hobble Creek Canyon, is about 23, 24 miles. And so we're about 4 miles up from the highway. We're another 11 miles up to the crash site, and then maybe 300 plus yards on a pretty rugged hike down off Kive Road up there. So that's kind of what we're dealing with. They have the survivor out getting treatment now. They're working on getting the 2 who passed away out of the airplane, and they're jammed in there pretty good, so it's going to take a little time to get them out.
Have you seen the wreckage yourself?
I haven't. I've got some video, so anybody who's lucky enough to have an iPhone, I can airdrop it to you. If not, I'll send it to you. But it was down in a big stand of trees. You never know what happens. We've had a lot of crashes like this over the years, and very often what happens is the airplane is exceeding its capability for the altitude it's at or whatever, or the weight it's carrying. That would be speculation, so I really don't know. But yeah, I didn't get down to the scene, but I did see the area generally where Life Flight was, where the SAR members were going down to and the medical people were going down to, and Life Flight was hoisting the patient out of.
Sergeant, you're not sure yet where the plane came from or what time it left that airport?
I don't know that yet, no.
Since you've seen pictures of the wreck, what is it like seeing those pictures and knowing that one person was able to walk around afterwards?
Well, I haven't seen pictures of this wreck. I've seen a lot of wrecks, pictures, and been on a lot of scenes of those, and anytime somebody survives a landing, essentially, that's not on a runway, they're very, very fortunate. The fact that somebody might be able to survive when 2 others did not tells you that timing was, and whatever was just right for that person. And there's a lot of challenging time ahead for them and their families and stuff, and we mourn with those who were lost and their families, and it's a tough thing when you have something like that. What they were doing, whether they were student pilots or just sightseeing or instructor, whatever they were doing, we don't know, but it's a tough situation for a lot of people to deal with.
How long long are crews going to be on scene? Medical examiners, cleanup crews.
Just the distance it is, and they're talking about getting litters down to where the victims are and carrying them back out. They'll consider that a technical rescue, and there's a couple of places where there is snow cover, not really heavy snow, but there's been enough snow up there and it's in shady areas so that when the sun's not there melting it away, then it gets really slick, and so they have to do anchoring systems and stuff to make sure that they don't have the rescuers involved getting injured because of the conditions there. So we're likely to be at least a couple more hours doing the investigation of the scene itself and then recovering the bodies of the victims.
Did anybody report an overdue plane?
I'm not aware of that yet. I haven't seen it. I've read through the CAD notes a lot and I haven't seen that in there, but I don't know.
You said the survivor was able to get up and walk around. Do you know what condition he's in?
I don't. If the fact that they're able to walk around now, you can have somebody that's what we would call a possible fatality who's walking around, depending on the nature of their injuries. But the fact that they're walking around is at least an initial good sign that that they're clearly not an obvious fatality to start with. If they're able to get up and move around, that gives us hope to start with. And so that person was still moving and talking, and medical folks got on scene with him, got him stabilized, and then Life Flight got down and packaged him up and brought him out. So, and I haven't heard over the radio that he didn't make it to the hospital. So those are all really good things for that person.
Anything else?
Anything else?
And the NTSB will, I'm assuming
I think they're sometimes fair weather investigators, fair condition investigators. They don't always go on scene when conditions are like this. They may. I've seen situations like this where they don't always, and that may be, they'll get our investigators who are up there will get a lot of pictures and things. They know what the aircraft is, and they'll talk to the survivor if they're able to find that out. But whether they'll actually go on scene or not, I don't know.
What's your listed height?
I'm sorry?
What's your listed height?
My,
How tall are you?
oh, 6'3" and a half. Or 6'3".
half.
Now I'm 63, so I'm now only 6'3". So yeah, I've shrunk a little bit. Okay, anybody want videos and pictures?
Yes, please.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Sergeant Cannon.
Let's start unhooking you.